There are men who move in silence, who challenge the status quo without uttering a word, and when they walk into a room, the air shifts. Sigmas, have you ever wondered why your presence unsettles people? Why your way of life makes them nervous? What if I told you that the most terrifying thing about a Sigma male is not what he does, but what he doesn't do? The world fears what it cannot control, and Sigma males, they are the very definition of untamed power. Sigmund Freud once said, most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. But Sigmas, they thrive on it. They take responsibility for their own lives, and that terrifies the world. And try imagine this, a corporate meeting room. Everyone is competing for attention, trying to sound important. Then, in the corner, sits a man, silent, observing, detached. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't need approval. And when he finally speaks, the entire room listens. That, my friends, is the Sigma effect. So buckle up, because today we're diving into 5 terrifying things all Sigma males do. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this lone wolf energy shakes the very foundation of society. Sigmas, let's begin. 1. Sigma males disappear without warning. You ever notice how Sigmas vanish without a trace? No goodbyes, no explanations. One moment they're there, the next ghost mode. This isn't some childish stunt. This isn't rudeness. This is a strategic withdrawal. See, while the world thrives on constant validation, meaningless social chatter, and drama-fueled interactions, the Sigma male operates differently. He doesn't seek approval. He doesn't waste energy on people who drain him. And he certainly doesn't stick around just to be polite. The science behind the disappearance. Psychologists call this selective detachment. Unlike extroverts who recharge by socializing, Sigmas refuel in solitude. Their minds function best in quiet environments where they can think, analyze, and plan. Too much social clutter, they unplug. A relationship turns toxic, they walk away. No guilt, no drawn-out closure. And this drives people insane. Why? Because society teaches us that disappearing is rude, that we owe people explanations, that we must conform to social norms of constant availability. But Sigmas don't play by those rules. They don't vanish because they don't care. They vanish because they do care about their time, energy, and inner peace. Ghosting or evolving. Take Nikola Tesla, the original Sigma, a genius who gave us alternating current electricity, wireless technology, and even early concepts of radio waves. But Tesla wasn't the life of the party. He wasn't networking at Fancy Glass. Instead, he withdrew from society, choosing deep thought over small talk. The result? Groundbreaking inventions that changed the world. Like Tesla, Sigmas don't just walk away. They evolve in silence. When they vanish, they're not wasting time. They're recalibrating, sharpening their skills, and preparing for the next move. When they return, they're sharper, wiser, and 10 steps ahead. So next time a Sigma disappears, don't take it personally. He's not avoiding you. He's chasing something bigger. 2. Sigma make people uncomfortable with their silence. Silence is a Sigma's loudest weapon. Ever been in a conversation where someone was trying way too hard, but you just looked at them, waiting? That pause, that silence, it made them sweat. Sigmas understand one simple truth. Power doesn't come from talking. It comes from listening, and not just hearing words, but truly observing, analyzing, and decoding the world around them. Why is silence so powerful? In a world where people love the sound of their own voice, silence is unsettling. It makes people nervous. They rush to fill the gap with words, often revealing more than they intended. This is where the Sigma male thrives. 1. Silence forces others to reveal themselves. Ever noticed how people spill secrets when there's an awkward silence? Most individuals are uncomfortable with stillness. They equate it with disapproval or disinterest. But Sigmas, they know that whoever speaks first loses in a psychological battle. By staying quiet, they create an irresistible void that forces others to talk more, expose insecurities, and reveal their true nature. 2. Silence commands respect. In a heated debate, the one who talks least, but speaks with precision, holds the most authority. Think about powerful leaders, CEOs, or even legendary warriors. They don't waste words. They listen. They observe. And when they finally speak, everyone pays attention. The Sigma male embodies this perfectly. using controlled silence as a tool of dominance. 3. Silence is an emotional shield, emotional outbursts, not Sigma style. When people expect a reaction and get nothing but a calm, unreadable face, they panic. They don't know what the Sigma is thinking, and that mystery is intimidating. Unlike others who react emotionally, the Sigma remains unshaken, making him unpredictable and, therefore, untouchable. 4. Silence gives Sigmas an unfair advantage. Because Sigmas aren't constantly talking, they have more time to process information. They catch things others miss, body language cues, nervous habits, inconsistencies in speech, while others are focused on what they want to say next. The Sigma is already 10 steps ahead, mentally strategizing. The bottom line, a Sigma male's silence is not weakness. It's a calculated weapon. It's the art of making people uncomfortable, forcing them to reveal their intentions while staying in complete control. And that's what makes the Sigma truly dangerous. So next time you're in a conversation, try it. Say nothing. Just watch. You'll be amazed at what people reveal. 3. The power of self-approval. Why Sigma males shake the world. You know what really unsettles people? A man who doesn't seek approval. In a world obsessed with validation, likes, followers, and endless applause, the Sigma male stands alone, unmoved. He doesn't need permission to exist, to succeed, or to be confident, and that terrifies people. The illusion of external approval. Think about it. Society runs on validation like a car runs on fuel. Social media, status symbols, even casual conversations. People are constantly fishing for reassurance. A guy posts a gym selfie not for himself but for the dopamine hit of likes and fire emojis. Meanwhile, the Sigma, he's training in silence. No hashtags, no flex, just results. And here's the truth. External approval is a trap. It creates dependency, forcing people to chase opinions instead of mastering themselves. Sigmas, however, know a secret. True confidence is built in solitude, not in the spotlight. They don't need to be seen to feel valuable. Their worth isn't dictated by applause or criticism. It comes from within. And because they can't be swayed by external judgment, they become unshakable. Why this threatens the masses? Here's where it gets interesting. Society is built on control. Approval and disapproval are tools to keep people in line. If you crave validation, you're easier to manipulate. But what happens when someone steps outside that system? What happens when a man refuses to let praise inflate his ego or let criticism tear him down? That's the Sigma effect. When people realize they can't influence or guilt trip him into conformity, they get uncomfortable. A Sigma doesn't need a pat on the back to keep going. His belief is his fuel, his quiet confidence. It's bulletproof, the silent winner. In every room, there are those who seek attention and those who command respect. Sigmas belong to the latter group. They don't have to say much. Their presence alone unsettles those who rely on external approval. And while others chase validation, a Sigma achieves mastery without the need for applause. And that's why the world fears them, because you can't control a man who doesn't need approval. 4. Sigmas have no fear of walking alone. Most men fear solitude. Why? Because society conditions them to believe that success, happiness, and even identity itself come from external validation, friendships, relationship status. But a Sigma, he doesn't just tolerate solitude. He thrives in it. Alone time isn't a void to be filled. It's a forge where he sharpens his mind, builds his vision, and strengthens his independence. Think about it. Greatness is rarely born in crowded rooms. It's the product of long nights, deep thought, and an unshakable will to carve one's own path. Take Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor who worked in near isolation, prioritizing his ideas over social acceptance. Or Bruce Wayne, the fictional yet iconic billionaire strategist who operates in the shadows, needing no validation, just results. That's Sigma energy. Most men need the tribe. They need the group chat, the validation, and the approval of their peers to feel significant. But a Sigma, he doesn't seek approval. He seeks mastery over his mind, his emotions, and his mission. He knows that solitude isn't loneliness. It's the ultimate training ground. When you're alone, there's no noise, no distractions, just raw, unfiltered self-awareness. And here's the real kicker. When a man is comfortable alone, he becomes unstoppable. Why? Because he's free. free from groupthink, free from unnecessary drama, free to make decisions based on logic, not social pressure. That's why Sigmas are unpredictable. You can't manipulate a man who doesn't crave validation. You can't control someone who operates on his own terms. This is why Sigmas tend to be the men others quietly admire or resent, while most struggle with the fear of being alone. Sigmas master it. They turn isolation into innovation. They use solitude as a weapon. Because in the end, the man who doesn't need the world's approval is the one who shapes it. That's the power of the lone wolf. That's the power of Sigma energy. 5 Sigma intimidate without trying. It's not what Sigmas say. It's how they exist. Confidence without arrogance. Presence without effort. Power without force. This is the essence of a Sigma male. A man who commands respect without uttering a word. Unlike the alpha, who asserts dominance, or the beta, who seeks approval, the Sigma moves through life with an unshakable sense of self. He doesn't chase validation, doesn't demand recognition, and yet people can't help but notice him. More than Rayton eyes, ever walked into a room and felt an undeniable shift in the atmosphere. That's the Sigma effect. It's an energy calm yet intense, detached yet magnetic. It's not about trying to be mysterious. It's simply the way they are wired. Their quiet confidence makes people lean in, curious about the man who doesn't seek the spotlight yet somehow owns the room. The world teaches men to compete for attention. Sigmas, they break the mold. They move with purpose, focus on mastery, and let results speak louder than words. This silent power isn't an act. It's authenticity in its purest form. And that's what makes them unforgettable. Because in a world full of noise, the Sigma male proves that true power lies in presence, not performance. Sigmas, you are not like the rest, and that's a gift. If you resonate with these traits, you're not weird, you're rare. And in a world full of noise, your silence is power. So embrace the solitude, own your presence, keep them guessing, because the most terrifying thing about you is that they'll never figure you out. Sigmas, if you found value in this, hit that like button and subscribe to join this community of elite minds. Keep moving in silence, keep leveling up, and until next time, having said this,